Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I really hope that you're in the mood to see a warm smoky eye because that's what we're doing today. So let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face with the Smashbox Primer Water. And I just received the new Natasha Denona Foundation X. This is a full coverage foundation and I would say that it's matte on my skin because I'm normal to oily. It was sort of a natural to satin finish and I absolutely loved it. The formula was beautiful, the color was very close, you know how I am with color. I wanted to see how much you could build it up, so rather than concealing, I did go in with a little bit more in the areas where I needed a little bit more coverage, and it worked beautifully. Alright, to highlight, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in light neutral, and I've been doing my best to use as little product as possible. I've really been trying to focus on very clean, natural skin, even though this look is not going to be natural at all. Alright, for brows, I'm using the new Makeup Forever brow pencil in number 10, which I liked, but personally, I think that I did my brows a little bit too thin this day. I don't know why, not the pencil's fault though. Alright, to set underneath my eyes, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Lock-It setting powder, and I'm just applying a little bit more of the Tarte Shape Tape concealer to really cover up those dark circles. I'm going to go in with a little bit more of that concealer to prime my lids for shadow, and I'm just blending this out with my Dose of Colors concealer brush and then setting it with that same Kat Von D powder. To contour, I'm using the Kevyn medium sculpting powder, and I'm just kicking out those cheekbones with the Real Techniques setting brush. I'm using that same powder to contour my nose, and I do have a full video on how I contour my nose, and I'll link that below if you want to see that. To bronze, I'm using a powder that I mixed myself, and then I'm going in with this big ass Morphe fan brush, which I actually really enjoy. I like it a lot. I haven't really bronzed very much with a powder lately, but I don't know, I just kind of felt like doing it, and this brush is really nice. Alright, to start off my eyes, I'm going in with Clementine from the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette, and I'm using my Dose of Colors blending brush. I'm just going to start building this up in the crease. I feel like every look always starts the same way. Oh, I was listening to a podcast, so if you see me smiling or laughing, that's what I was doing. But anyway, so I'm going to start building this up in my crease, and then bringing it onto the lower lash line. And then I'm going to be going in with the Burgundy shadow from the Kylie Burgundy palette. And I think I'm using a MAC 217. I'm just going to start building this up in the crease, focusing it more in the center of the crease, and then blending up into Clementine. Then I'm going back in with a little bit more of Clementine on that same brush just to blend it out. And then I'm going to be bringing Burgundy down onto the lower lash line, making sure to connect it with the upper lash line. Using my Sigma E54 brush, I'm just going to be packing that shade all over the lid. This is the color that I live for. I live for this eyeshadow. I'm just going back in with the MAC 217 brush to blend around the edges, make sure that it flows into the crease. And then I'm using this clean blending brush to make sure that the eyeshadow fades naturally out into my skin color. Now I'm going to be taking the black shade from the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette, and I'm just going to start by defining the outer corner of the lower lash line. I'm going to kind of go back and forth between burgundy and that black to make sure that it's really blending. And then I'm going to start placing that black into the outer corner of the lid using this blending brush by Morphe. It'll be listed down below. I don't know what the hell it's called right now. But I'm going to slowly start blending it into the burgundy without losing that color, because I love that color so much. And like I did with the lower lash line, I'm just going to kind of go back and forth. So now I'm going in with my MAC 217 again and more of that burgundy shade. I'm just going to layer them to make sure that the blend is seamless. When you're working with really dark or really bright colors, it's best to build them up slowly rather than just going in with a bunch of black and ending up getting it everywhere or taking it out too far. It can get really messy. All right, now I'm going to be taking Nova. This is one of the new Melt highlighters, and I'm going to be applying this. I believe this is my Frillis Cosmetics PM2 brush, but I'm going to really exaggerate that inner corner, kind of like you guys saw in my Halo video, if you saw that. And then I'm going to intensify that gold color using their highlighter in Gold Ore. So I'm kind of blending Nova into the burgundy, but then I'm going to bring Gold Ore into the inner corner and use it to really make the inner part of my lower lash line pop. I went over this a lot because I wanted it to be intense. To highlight, I'm using the Smashbox Spotlight palette in gold, and I'm using the shade Turn It On. This is a collaboration between Smashbox and Holmes, and this highlight is absolutely stunning. It's a really, really beautiful gold shade. I'm going in with the L'Oreal True Match blush in the shade Precious Peach, and I'm applying this with my Marc Jacobs blush brush. And then I'm going to finish off highlighting the rest of my face. After giving my lashes a quick curl, I went in with a few coats of the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. For everyone asking, this has been my favorite mascara for a couple months now, I think. And it's so affordable, I love it. For falsies, I'm going to go in with the Blinking Beaute lashes in the style Bombesque. These are part of Megan Nake's Silk line. I'm going to line my lips with the Bite Beauty lip pencil in number 036. So I'm basically just using this to overline my top lip, and then I'm going to start feathering it into the center. And then for lipstick, I'm going in with this collaboration between MAC Cosmetics and Laura Lee. It's such a beautiful nude. Honestly, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but I absolutely love that color. And I'm just going back in with that Bite Beauty lip pencil to do a little bit of blending, add a little bit of a three-dimensional effect. And then, as always, I'm setting my face with the Kat Von D Lock It Setting Mist. Alright guys, that's it for this look. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please leave them down below. All of the products mentioned or used will be listed in the bottom bar down below. You can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. I think that's it. There's just so many of them. That will all be listed down below as well. And I will see you in the next one.